Cold Ones Cryptid Observation Corner. I am John.
I'm Evan.
I'm Kyle.
And today we have yet another special guest with us to talk about some paranormal encounters. But before we get there, housekeeping.
Housekeeping!
Want me fluffy pillow?
We are on all the socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Kick, Twitch, Patreon, even though I am yet to put anything on it.
MySpace.
A bunch of
Farmers only.
Live Journal.
Live Journal.
Yes.
Evan is selling his body on Craigslist.
Jeez. Ooh.
Oh, man.
We also have a phone number that you can reach us at 989-402-4091. You can call. You will get directed to voicemail. They are 3 minutes long. If your story takes longer than that, call back. I will piece it together for you into one possibly coherent message.
Or just scream into the void.
Oh, we're looking.
I really want somebody to just call and scream into the void.
We're looking for cryptid encounters, ghosts, aliens, probing. Did you get drunk at Loch Ness and see a giant eel?
Yeah, I did.
That's what we determined. If you go back to our Loch Ness episode, that's what we determined the Loch Ness monster was, just a giant eel.
And a huge disappointment.
And Evan ruined a bunch of people's childhoods.
And he did that episode. Wow.
Yeah. So, are we ready?
So yeah, Evan, feel free to take it.
Ready.
Take it away.
So tonight I'm going to be interviewing Kasper. I met Kasper a few years ago through Cub Scouts. She's become a good friend and has been a solid supporter of the show. While we were camping a couple weeks ago, she told me a pretty intense paranormal experience, and tonight I'm going to interview her about it. So, Kasper, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Obviously, don't tell too much. We do have a few listeners. So
Okay.
just give our listeners a little idea of who you are.
All four of them.
Well, all four of them, yeah. Well, I'm a dog groomer during the day, and I'm Cub Scouts at night. 3 kids, mom, the norm.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And so we had talked about a few paranormal experiences you had. How long ago did those incidents happen? Do you recall the year?
I don't know the year exactly, but I know I was probably 19 or 20. So a good 20, 22 years ago.
Gotcha.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, it was before kids, so
Okay.
it was probably 19.
Those seem like pretty vivid memories to be that far away.
Yeah.
That's generally a common theme is people have real strong memories when they have an experience like that. So at the time you were working in a hospital, correct?
Yep, Midland Hospital.
And is that an older hospital?
Yeah, it was added on a lot. And the area that this encounter happened was the old ER. First, when it was built in that area. And then since then, it's been moved to like the other side of the building, I think. And then now, well, I guess back then there was like a foot doctor in there. Like they did like outpatient surgeries in that area when I worked there. So it wasn't an ER anymore.
Okay.
So,
But it had some history to it, I guess, is what I'm getting at now. So at the time you had the more impactful experience, What time of day
Mhm.
was it, and what were you doing?
It was about 2 a.m. between 1:30 and 2 o'clock. Um, I was a housekeeper at the Midland Hospital, and I was stripping the old wax off of floors and then putting the new wax down. Um, and it was just me down there. I was working by myself that night, and um, I was just going along. We started at like, I don't remember. I think I started at 7 o'clock at night, and then we worked till like 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning, 3:30, somewhere around there. It always varied on the project that we did. And then I was getting down. The goal was to get half of the hallway done that night and then go back and do the other half the next night. Well, I was on my last, just starting my last strip with the machine, and the call lights on all of the rooms started to flash. And then I was like, what the heck's going on? That's nobody else is down here.
Was there
And
I
then
was gonna say, was there any other lights in that area that were on that could have flashed? Or, like, I guess
my hall, yeah, the main hallway light was on, but all the rooms were off
okay.
because there was nobody in the rooms. I was just doing the hallway.
Mhm.
So the call light, they had the little blinkers on the outside of the doors, so those all started to blink on and off red.
Okay.
Um,
And was it, like,
so that
simultaneous, or were they at different
no, they were scattered. It was like like a Christmas tree lights or whatever.
Mhm.
It was just disco ball-y.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, I heard like inside the rooms there was like a little area. They had a little desk and a mirror, and there was like a chair in there with the hospital beds.
Mhm.
And the chairs from underneath the cupboard started moving in and out.
Oh.
Just nobody in there. They just kept on in and out. So at that point, I was like, fuck this, I'm out. I'm done. I left all of my shit down there and never went back in there. I said, somebody else can do it. So,
So,
yeah.
when you had that experience, I mean, like, and that was a pretty quick experience,
Yeah.
from the time the lights started flashing till the chair started moving, how long do you
hmm
think that was?
It felt like instant, but it was I don't know, minute
A minute?
maybe. It was, yeah, a minute maybe. I don't know. It was just because I was like, what the heck's going on with these lights? And then all of a sudden that started. So it was like, and then I looked in the room that I was next to see what was going on. And then I walked to the next room. I'm like, no, no. And I left.
It
I just left all the shit right
and it
there.
was the same thing happening in the next room?
In every room. Yep.
Oh god.
Like when I was walking down. Yeah, it was. Yep.
So, di
I don't know
did you
what it was there. I don't know who I ticked off, but they wanted me gone.
did you
Yep.
did you feel any difference in, like, temperature or anything else, like, any weird feelings other than just what you were visually
It
seeing?
did get cold.
Okay.
It did get cold. Yeah, and I felt like I had goosebumps and my hair was sticking up on my arms and the back of my neck. Yeah, it definitely got colder.
And had you ever ever
Yeah,
alone
many a times. Yep.
or this was the first time
This was the
alone?
first time alone.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so did you ever, while you were working there, work in that wing again?
Yeah, a couple of times, but it was never that late. Eh,
Okay.
Yeah, that was, and I never had to do the floors ever again either. That was the last down that wing. Yeah, I never had to do the floors
Huh.
again either.
There is something about that late night. I think they call it the witching hour. Um, that it changes things. Like they say the veil is thinner
Mhm.
at that point. which is interesting in itself. I haven't looked a lot into that, but I find the whole concept interesting. Now, after that experience, what were you thinking to yourself? I mean, did you go and tell anybody about it,
I
or
told
were you just
everybody.
like,
I told my boss. I told the other workers. I said, I'm not going to get my stuff. Somebody's going to get it because I'm not going to get it. I told everybody. Yeah. Yep.
had any of your coworkers had anything similar happen to them?
None of them said, not something like that, but with my next experience, a lot of us saw that nurse walk by in the basement.
Okay.
So that.
And so there is some history there. Um, so I guess the next question I would have is what do you think that was? I mean, like, are we thinking just regular ghosty? Are we thinking like something more? Are we thinking I don't know. I always like to ask people what they think something is.
I have no idea what it could have been. I just feel like it did not want me there. I don't know. It just felt different. Like like when you walk into somewhere and you feel like, oh, I shouldn't be there. But I was working there since 7:00 that, so I don't know if it was
And it just suddenly came on?
suddenly came on. Yeah. Like after lunch, and it was like, it could have just started feeling different, but
Gotcha.
I don't know if I was, I don't know.
Were you listening to music, talking, anything like that I guess could have triggered something?
I did. I did have music on. A little. Age myself here. I had a little Walkman. But
it wasn't playing like out
no,
loud.
it wasn't. Like I had my mic, my headphones around my neck, so I could hear it, but I could also hear if anybody came up behind me or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't like super loud to tick off anybody, or whatever. So.
Do you remember what you were listening to?
That I don't know. No, no, I don't remember.
Just to know what to avoid
right.
not upset ghosts. That takes a lot of energy to physically move something. Like the light thing, you hear of a lot of spirits or things doing that. But when you're getting into physical movement of items like chairs, that's kind of crazy. Were they rolly chairs or were they the kind that
they were like the loud?
They were not rolly chairs?
Nope, not. Yeah, they were like those old, like they have the. I don't even know what you want to call it, like the wire, but it kind of bounces, like the old chair, whatever. There was no arms on it or anything, on them or anything. It was just the back and the butt. But
do you remember if it was making the noise or if it was not making noise, like it was being like levitated?
The chair? No, it was making noise.
Yeah. Whew.
Yep. They were getting,
that would freak me out.
They were getting drug on the ground. Yep.
That definitely takes quite a bit of energy to do that kind of stuff. And I'm just getting into this paranormal stuff. I've always been just cryptid guy. So hearing about people's paranormal experiences, like especially people that I know and am like, yeah, I believe this person. It kind of it changes your mind for certain on this kind of stuff. So you had a second experience. Now, was this multiple times or just the once?
I just saw her the once. But I had other coworkers say that they saw her as well at different nights. It was said that she walked at the same time in the same area, kind of like she was on a recording, just doing And she never talked. She never did anything. She was just holding her clipboard and walking like she was. And she,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So this was a nurse that you had described to me earlier, and you would whereabouts was this? Was this in the same wing or
Nope.
a different
This was
wing?
different. It was the basement, but it was all carpeted and redone. Like different doctors had their suites down there and stuff. It was like a waiting room type thing, lobby area. It wasn't like actual basement, but it was all furnished and everything. So at the bottom floor, and it was just said that, yeah, like she was a recording going. She had,
Now, do you know what that wing was used for previously?
I
prior to
don't.
that?
I don't know what it was used for way back when, the
I
first
would be-
part, but
And now you said that it's kind of old-timey nurses uniform. If you could date that, how what age do you think this nurse uniform would have been that this individual that you saw was wearing?
have you ever seen a picture of a nurse graduate, and they always have their picture with that white uniform and that old hat?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
exactly that outfit. Like, that's exactly what she looked like.
Gotcha. I'd have to look up
So I don't know.
when they stopped doing that and switched to scrubs.
Yeah.
But I'd be curious about the time frame on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I forgot. Did you mention when the hospital was built originally?
I don't know that. No.
It's probably been there at least since the 50s, though.
Oh, I would yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure though.
And I'm thinking like 40s or 50s, like based on what you're describing. Now how long did you see this? It's insane to think you're talking about like a full body apparition, but how long did you see this?
Maybe 30, 45 seconds, maybe a minute. It didn't seem very long, but it wasn't a glimpse either. You could definitely tell what she was doing, and then she would just disappear. She would just appear, and then she would disappear. Like,
Did at any point did this apparition like make eye contact or acknowledge your presence?
No, she didn't she didn't do anything other than stare what she was doing, or she would look at her clipboard. That was about it.
It opened,
And was it like a wooden clipboard?
What's that?
1944
1944.
is when
1944. Okay.
the original 47 bed
wow.
facility was opened.
And
just to paint a picture of what she would have been dressed in.
Yeah, I think that I'd like to look up some. I'm gonna be going over to the Midland Library and picking up the microfiche machine. Just looking for.
This one's
stuff.
pretty interesting to me because I do quite a bit of work at the Midland Hospital.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to have to go search around.
Yeah.
And the wing that I was talking about with the lights in the chair, that's right off the cafeteria. Like, if you go to the cafeteria, if you walk out, it's the wing right to the left of the cafeteria. There's a long hallway. And back then it was a foot doctor, I think, and something else on the other end. They just did inpatient surgeries, and that was it. It was right by the cafeteria, in the new cafeteria. That's that wing that was there.
I'm going to go exploring next time I'm there to work on their stuff.
Yep.
So this nurse is looking at a clipboard. Was it a wooden clipboard? Like one of those like it was like the
Yep.
wooden type. It's not like the plastic ones they
Nope, it was
use.
a wooden one.
So everything was time period
Mhm.
correct. And do you remember what color hair the nurse had?
It was light. It could have been like a blonde.
Mhm.
But it was a light color, maybe a gray, but she didn't look that old. Like she probably would have been 40s maybe.
Okay.
But it was a light color.
And when you saw this apparition, did it look like an apparition or did it look just like a person?
No, you could definitely tell it
that
was a
just was
ghost.
out of
Yeah,
place?
you could definitely tell. Yep.
Like, how would you? I mean, other than the time frame, the clothes difference, it, like looked like somebody from another time period. Like, was it like
Yeah,
translucent,
a little
or
bit.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
you could see.
a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
could see a little bit. It wasn't like fully. But it was definitely, yes, you could see through it. Yeah, but it was there too. It was like a,
Mhm.
I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
And you said that this apparition was like would appear and then
Mhm.
disappear. Like what when you say that, I mean like was it like it would disappear and then be closer to you? Was it walking towards you or away from you?
Um, it would. Well, it walked right past me, so it was. It's like she started around a corner, like she was. She'd appear around the corner, and then she would just walk straight, and then like she would get to the end of the hallway and just disappear. It wasn't. So both, I guess,
Gotcha.
like walking by. So
And and did you get that same weird like cold
yeah,
feeling or that you shouldn't have been
I did
there?
not get the
You did?
feeling that I shouldn't have been there, but it was definitely colder. Yeah, like she didn't freak me out like
Gotcha.
the previous thing. Um, it was just I don't know. Like, it looked like one of those old movie reels, and then it was gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know.
I get you. I get you.
Mm.
And when you had this experience, had you heard anybody else that you worked with say they've had this
Yep.
experience
Yeah, there
prior, or
was.
did you find out about that later?
No, I heard about her prior to me seeing her, but I only ever saw her
Mhm,
once. Um, it was, but there was multiple people that have seen her.
mhm,
But it was always like she had a certain window that she would do it, but it wasn't every day that she would do it. So,
hmm.
um, so I don't know what made her do it. If there was a significance in a Tuesday or whatever it was, I don't know what that is. I don't know what her story is,
Hmm.
but um, there was many
That
people that have seen her
that would be interesting
to find out.
to
Yeah.
do some research on. And are they
Has anyone
describing
interacted
like
with
a
it, or
very
has she
similar?
interacted with them?
Is it the same person they're seeing?
Yeah, it's the
Did all
same.
the descriptions match?
Yep.
Doing her
Hmm.
thing and not even
That's
okay. It kind of reminds me of the
Not that I
opening
know
scene
of.
in Ghostbusters where the
Before, yeah, she never
librarian's doing the
did anything.
thing,
She was just like, we weren't even
and
there.
they're talking to
Yep.
her and she's like, shh. Like,
Yep.
I wonder if like
see
someone
to
there
me.
would be like, mess with her. I'd be that guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, if she would do anything. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody
he's
ever.
like all upset.
Yeah. We're working on it.
He hasn't had an experience, and he's just all like,
Mhm.
we'll get you there, Kyle.
See, I was
I
just picturing
I feel
Silent
like you would
Hill.
not mess with the paranormal.
Silent Hill.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. So that seems more like one of those time loop things. Like sometimes you hear about that at like battlefields and stuff
Mhm.
where people are just repeating the last thing they did,
Yeah.
you know,
That's really
which
what it looked like.
is wild in
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
Especially because there's like no interaction with you.
Mhm.
Like it's like they were just on a loop,
Yeah. That's what it
which
basically
is
looked like. Yep.
and while you're working there, did you hear of anybody else's experiences with anything else besides those two things?
Um, not that I can recall. Um, there was a couple of things that happened in the outer buildings that people would say, like, the lights would flash or a door would slam or something, but nothing like extravagant as my
Nothing
chair's moving and
like
my lights flashing.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. That would have freaked me out too. I would have left.
Yeah.
Probably would have never gone back to that
Yep.
wing, to be 100% honest.
I never went back by myself, that's for sure.
I'll admit I'm a little bit of a chicken when it comes to ghosts. I'm probably gonna suck it up and go someplace haunted with the boys,
Mhm.
but for the time being, what's that cat's name?
All right.
John, sorry, the ADD hit.
Lucifer.
I have a question. Why
Nice.
haven't you two guys
Nice.
on a comedy podcast
He goes by
Yeah,
Lewis.
so
spotted the
that's
elephant
all
in
I
the
got
room?
question wise.
Mhm.
Lewis.
We're talking about ghosts, and our guest's name is Kasper. Come on.
What? That you're not there?
I was waiting for you
I
guys to
know
say something.
it's low hanging fruit. I
Oh
know
my
we're
gosh.
above
I
that.
made
We
the-
have
I
better
made the
I
comedy
connection
than
didn't
right away.
that.
even think about that.
I thought
That's
it was
like
a play on
jean
words.
shorts
So I'm
and
sorry.
white New Balance humor.
It is.
Sorry, had to do it.
Yes. But
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
yes.
Mhm.
Well,
I dress like a dad, ironically.
yeah.
I'm a notary public.
Yeah.
I ride a fixed gear bicycle
Yeah.
and have a handlebar mustache.
None of these sound like fun things.
Yeah, very much.
So,
Mhm.
oh, well, I greatly appreciate that. You came on and shared that with us.
Mhm.
It's pretty wild. I'm just floored by
I
the
don't know
fact
where
that
John is on the whole thing,
I
but
know
like
enough people that have
it
been
sounds like me and
"Hey,
Evan are
will
like
you be
kind
on
of
my
getting
podcast? You
an
can be
awakening
anonymous if
from
you want.
these
I just want you
talking
to
to you
tell your
guys, to
story."
you
Yep.
people.
And
and people that he knows, Evan knows, and we, that are reasonable people. And I got people at my work that have told me stuff since they found out about the podcast, and I'm like, I can't deny what they say. It's just like, so we're kind of coming to our own little awakening. I'm learning about cryptids, and he's learning about the paranormal. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. That's good.
yeah. Well,
Oh
I
yeah.
think the thing is I've never denied the existence of the paranormal. It's more related to I've been kind of freaked out by it, and I didn't realize that experiences with it were as widespread, I guess.
Mhm.
But yeah. So, John, you ready to wrap this thing up?
Yes.
Sorry, I had to burp. Yes. Yes, I am. I'm definitely going to go exploring the next time I'm at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's never too late to escape into the Midland Hospital and pretend like you're a 1940s nurse and walk into hallways to scare people.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
Good night.